Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different because a little while ago I got a request on my video where I did a cover of Cloudy Shoes by Damien Jurado. Someone asked me if I would make a tutorial video on how to play Cloudy Shoes, and I figured, since someone is asking, I'd definitely like to be able to fulfill that request, so I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to play Cloudy Shoes. If you haven't seen my cover of it, I'll put a link in the description and I'll put the video in the end card. But yeah, let's get going on the tutorial. Alright, so before we get into the chords on this song, I'd just like to say I believe Damien Jurado plays it with a capo on the 5th fret. Personally, my voice is in a much lower register than his, so I like to go all the way up to the 1st fret. If you're learning to play this song and you have a really high voice, the 5th fret will probably work well for you. If you have, more of a standard middle register, you'd probably want to be on the 3rd or 1st fret though. But yeah, whatever, just try it out and see whatever works best for you. Alright, so to begin, Cloudy Shoes is a pretty simple song. It consists of really just 3 chords. So for the opening, you start with a standard G chord, followed by an A minor, followed by a C chord, and then back to a G chord. And the strum pattern is a fairly slow down, 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 up, down, up, down, up. So to begin the song, you just go. So for the second run through the chord progression, things will be a little bit different. Instead of playing a standard G chord, you'll put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and you'll put your pinky finger on the 3rd fret of the high E string to make a chord sounding like this, just to give it a bit of a fuller sound. But then, right before you're done playing this chord, you will go back to the regular standard G chord, so it'll go a little something like this. Then, after that, you move on to the A minor. Now, you play a standard A minor, but you have occasional hammer-ons where you put your pinky finger on the 3rd fret of the high E string. So for that chord, it'll sound like... Instead of playing a C chord next, you will play a C G chord, again, just to give it a bit of a richer, fuller sound. And then you'll end on a standard G chord. So that chord progression will go a little something like this. So, just to cover everything we went over, the intro to the song goes something like this. Now, after this intro, you'll go into the verses. You can look up the lyrics on any number of lyric sites and find reliable transcriptions of them. Now, when you're playing the verses, you just play the standard progression with the regular G, A minor, C, back to G. Now, personally, I like to play a C G during the chord progression on the verses, just because I think that sound accompanies the rest of the song well, but that's really more personal preference, so you can do that if you want, but you don't have to. And then there is a break between the 2 verses where you go to the 2nd chord progression that I showed you. So you'll have a standard verse chord progression. And then between the two verses, you will play the second chord progression that we went over. And those two chord progressions cover like 90% of the song, so if you know those two, you're pretty well set. The only area where it's a little different is at the very end, after the end of the last verse. It goes into a sort of bridge, I suppose, where it goes A minor to C, G to G. And that's, you do that 3 times while you're going over the lyrics, still trying to fix my mind. So it's still trying to fix my mind down, still trying to fix my mind. You go over that 3 times, and then it cuts to the final chord progression, and then the song ends. So I'll just kind of cover that one playing it since we've already been over all the chords, but it goes a little something like this. So still trying to fix my mind down, still trying to fix my mind. I'm still trying to work it out, I'm still trying to fix my mind. Still trying to fix my mind down, still trying to fix my mind. Yeah, so that is the end of the song, and with those 3 chord progressions, pretty much the entire song is covered. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. If there's anything else you'd like to know, or any area you feel like I need to explain something better, you can just send me a comment, and I'll try to be receptive to that. And yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Like I said, I will have a link to my cover of Cloudy Shoes by Damien Jurado in the description, and I'll also put a link to his, official studio recording of the song in the description, so you can get an idea of what that sounds like. But yeah, that covers everything, so thank you again for watching, and I hope this video was helpful.